Having refused to answer to his girl name during previous registrations, amongst other things, Ronald has already accrued almost 2 additional weeks on top of his 4-week suspension. Today, however, he swallows his pride and answers as expected when his name, Veronica Hunter, is called. He gulps and glances at William, who offers a pursed yet reassuring smile. At lunchtime, Andrew, William, and Ronald share a table, along with Ronald's chaperones. "I can't wait for tomorrow," Andrew says. "My own clothes, my own room, it's gonna be bliss." Ronald is unaware of Andrew's predicament, who humbly explains that he's been moved into his sister's bedroom and has only her hand-me-downs to wear. "I even have to sleep in a nightie." "Blimey!" Ronald exclaimed. "Well, you're not alone, Alice," one of the prefects sneered, claiming that half the boys at St. Felicity's were in the same boat. "I don't know why you boys are so afraid of girls' clothes anyway, after all they're just clothes." "You wouldn't understand," William said. "And it's not the clothes I'm afraid of," he stated. "It's other people knowing," he gulped, glancing at both Andrew and Ronald. They gulped too. "We've got PE this afternoon," Andrew said, changing the conversation. "I hope it's gymnastics again," William enthused. "It's freezing playing netball in the yard." Sod's Law kicked in and they played netball in the yard. Brrrrrrrrrr. Ronald shivered as the chilly October breeze bit into his bare legs. "You'd think they'd let us wear tights." "Yeah," William agreed. "It's weird wearing a skirt without them," he said. He cast his mind back to Sunday when he refused to wear a pair of his mother's thin tights with his Sunday dress, so instead she shaved his legs from ankle to hip. The cotton fabric felt silky and smooth as it slid over his lap or swished against the backs of his knees. Without a pair of tights he felt half naked then, but not as much as he does now. The PE skirt is far, far shorter than either his Sunday dress or their pinafore dresses. Its knife-pleated hem is high on their thighs, leaving them completely exposed to below the knee. Goose pimples pepper their legs as they're selected into teams and don their bibs. But they soon warm up when the game begins. Ronald is reluctant to begin with. He's never played netball before, so he's no idea what to do or where to be. He's also concerned that his skirt will swish a little too much and expose his burgundy gym knickers. That's exactly what's happening to all the others as they run and catch, stop or block, turn then leap. The ball is hurled in his direction. His name is called and he swiftly catches it. "Over here!" Charlotte shouts and Ronald quickly lobs it into his hands. 2 passes later and Ronald's side have scored. They cheer. The captain congratulates Ronald's excellent pass and a couple of teammates pat him on the back. He begins to relax and by the end of the hour-long class, he gives his little bouncy skirt little thought. Afterwards, the PE teacher compliments Ronald, telling him that he's very good for a beginner and fills him with pride. She turns to Andrew and William and tells them to report to the head teacher after they've got changed. Both were half expecting this since it's the end of their final day, and whilst they're confident that they haven't accrued any additional days, they can't help but worry that they may have been. They approach the door. Their heels clack loudly on the hardwood floor. The door opens before either of them have a chance to knock. "You first, Alice," the head teacher says. "Take a seat, Wendy." William scoops his skirt and sits as Andrew steps inside. The door closes. He can hear muffled voices but is unable to hear what's being said. After 10 long minutes, the sound of footsteps in the corridor draw his attention away from the muffled voices. "Mum," he gulps as she comes into view. She smiles and sits beside him, asks about his day which he describes as okay. They sit in relative silence for a further 5 minutes. William is bolt upright with his ankles and knees clamped together, his handbag rests on his lap. His mother is far more relaxed. The head teacher's door opens and Andrew steps out accompanied by his mother and father. William and his mother stand. She introduces herself to Andrew's parents before the head teacher asks she and Wendy inside.